Hello again everyone, Age of June here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. This particular game, I just kind of looked and went to go see what exactly people are looking for right now. And from what I've seen, at least a decent number of people kind of want to see a high-level Azir play. So I'm going to go ahead, cast one of those. I mean, it's not going to be a solo player Shoutcast. It's going to be a full game Shoutcast. I'll let you guys know that up front. But I do want a game with Azir in it. So we'll see how that ends up going. This particular game has a few people from EU West that a lot of people will know. G2 here, G2 kaSing here is actually, I believe, Gamers2 is the actual team name. And then we've got Fabiven? I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but he's actually the mid laner for H2K Gaming. So definitely one of the ones we know as well. I don't know most of the other ones. I think, yeah, Millennium Ryu? Yeah, I think it's Ryu. But yeah, so there's definitely a few names we know here. There we go. Okay, she's here. Just getting slightly concerned there. It is, of course, going to be on the new Summoner's Rift. I mean, that's pretty much a given at this point in time. I'm pretty much done with the old Summoner's Rift. I don't think I'll ever be casting games on that again, which is kind of cool because I like this Summoner's Rift. It's very pretty. Very pretty, very nice, very awesomely new. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. We do see, of course, the normal jungle starts at a secondary camp going on here as opposed to starting at the buffs, which is a very big thing right now. It makes 100% sense because when you smite one of these guys, you get a buff. You know, like in this case, anytime something attacks you, you poison it. That's not really the case for blue buff, red buff. You get the red buff either way. So you don't get anything additional by smiting it. So you see the junglers move to go ahead and go start here. That's still pretty cool. Start at secondary camps instead, just to get that secondary buff. And you do actually see down in the bot lane, these guys going ahead, stealing the double golems, or the replacement for the double golems. They were interrupted though by the Alistar Ezreal combo, so that's not actually going to work out for them, but they were hoping it would. We did actually see the Pantheon start off with the Gromp as well, and then both of which went ahead and moved straight to the blue afterwards. So up in the top lane, we've got Irelia here. Did I just hear a flash? Nope, all in my head. Good. Alright, so we've got Millennium Ryu playing the Irelia. She's going to be against the Azir here. Blizer 300. Blizzard 300? I'm going to go with Blizer 300. Yeah. Down the mid lane, we've got the Victor, played by Blues, versus Orianna, played by Fabiven, whichever. Down in the bot lane, we've got the Corki, played by Svenelin. He's going to be against the Ezreal here, Toxic Robin the 4th. Hopefully he's not actually toxic. The supports, we've got G2's kaSing versus Arfan, Alistar versus Sona, in exactly reverse order. And then we've got the Lee Sin, played by Erland Devon. That's probably a word in a language that I don't know. I'm almost certain it is. It sounds very much like it. I don't know what it means, though, so sorry, guys. Probably mispronounced it, too. And any of you who speak that language probably cringing at me right now. The Pantheon is played by Naruterador. Well, yeah, whichever. Anyway, enough of the names. We're going to go back to casting here. Up in the top lane, the Azir has actually managed to go ahead and bully Irelia a little bit, which, I mean, not at all surprising. Irelia versus Azir, going to be a tough lane early game. Late game, going to be a lot better for her, though, because she gets pretty darn nasty. We do have the gank coming in here from Pantheon. Lands the stun onto the Victor. Does a decent amount of damage. They're not going to be able to finish him off, but they really don't need to. All they needed to do was force him back. That's going to give Orianna a very safe lane here. Blues is going to have to play super defensive. He really can't do much of anything right now because he's so low. If he does, he dies. And especially with Naruterador here hanging around wanting to get that gank off. Word comes out slightly too late, and it doesn't really matter because Pantheon's on this side. Joke's on you, buddy. On the other hand, though, Lee Sin's hanging around as well. Does get vision of that. Out comes that Q from Pantheon. Q from Lee Sin does not land. Of course, the one from Pantheon does because it's targeted. And those guys are both just kind of hanging around here. Blues is actually behind the Orianna there. and she still has 2 pots. So he's having a pretty tough time there. That is definitely not something he wants to see, because all of his pots are gone, and he's still behind in health. So she's got a lot of extra effective health here, and he's going to have a pretty tough time. Up in the top lane, looks like the Aurelia has hit the point where she's able to go ahead and start zoning this Azir away again. There she goes. She goes directly in on him, takes him down pretty low, not able to finish him. She does get the slow, and he's forced to go ahead and jump to a soldier, but he does actually escape that. He's got a teleport as well. He actually popped a pot, decided against going back, and he's going to say he got a ward. Sucks to be you, buddy. Oh, he's coming in anyway. In goes the Alistar. Gonna completely fail the flash pop-up, and there goes that gank. GG. Alright, so in the mid lane, we've got a gank coming in here onto Fabiven. A Lee Sin coming in. Gonna land the Q. Gets the slow. Orianna not down yet. Oh, there we go. She gets slow, but in comes the Pantheon. Stuns the Lee Sin. Not going to be enough, though. And down goes Orianna. Yeah, there we go. Pantheon turns around, finishes off the Victor, but he gives up a double kill there to the Lee Sin. Tried to go ahead and answer. Did answer at least, but he died for it as well. Down the bot lane, they got the heal out of Corki, and they did ignite him for it, but in comes a teleport coming in from the Aurelia, going for this, goes directly for the Alistar, gets punted back, but she got the slow on him first. He's gonna go down, and the only question is, will Ezreal escape? He should be able to escape this with no problem at all, but that was a pretty big turning point there for the blue team's favor, because they just got a lot of kills there for a lot of people who definitely need kills. This guy snowballs pretty hardcore off of kills. Aurelia, of course, snowballs really hardcore off of kills, and Aurelia, if she gets fed, you're going to have a bad time. And it definitely seems to be headed that way right now. But we'll see if the red team can go ahead and turn this around, because it's definitely a possibility. This is way too early in the game to be giving up on anything yet. The Pantheon looks like he's coming around to possibly go for a gank. He is indeed. Lee Sin is here as well. These guys are out of position. Well, this guy's out of position if it weren't for the Lee Sin. Lee Sin is now headed away, though. And there goes that ward from Victor. Victor says, hello. On the no? You're just gonna let that stand? Yeah, he's just gonna let that stand. Gonna go ahead and run away. I guess he kind of needed to. Orianna comes in to shield him up if he needs it, but that is going to be a free kill there on the ward for Victor. On the plus side for the red team, they now know that pink ward's there. They know the pink ward's there, so they're going to be able to come and get it at some point in time, and we have a gank possibly coming in there, but we got a big gank coming in here onto Azir. Unfortunately for Lee Sin, the Q misses. Nice ultimate there from Azir, means Lee Sin not going to be able to come at him, and he is actually going to escape this yet again without a death. No follow through there from the Alistar, was not able to do anything. The Victor playing a little too safe for that, which, you know, I can't really blame him there. Can't blame him at all. And now Alistar is back down to the bot lane here, and really not much going on down here. The Corki is a little ahead of Ezreal, but nothing huge at all. He does have a kill though, whereas the Ezreal does not, so that's definitely giving him a bit of a boost. Here in the mid lane, looks like blue buff going to the Victor there, whereas I don't think Pantheon's willing to give up his blue buff yet. Pantheon kind of needs it because he got a pretty rough early game if he doesn't have that blue buff. So yeah, he's going to get that, which means that Orianna is going to have a pretty tough time herself. The Victor has that blue buff. He's going to be able to bully her, and there's really not much she's going to be able to do. We've got another gank coming in here on the top lane, and I don't think he has ulti. He does not have ulti. He's going to try to get out of this, and he knows it's not going to happen. He's just trying to do damage. Actually, no, he didn't even try to do damage. He just walked in circles. That looks really cool. That looks really cool. Anyway, he just kind of walked in circles. Didn't do damage at all. I was kind of surprised by that. I would have expected him to at least try to auto-attack since he figured he wasn't going to get out of that. But didn't. Oh, these guys are close. Pantheon going for that red buff. Lee Sin's hanging around, and Lee Sin says, hello. Pantheon says, oh crap. Trying to get out now, gets hit by the Q there from Lee Sin, and down he goes to that ultimate. And that's going to be a red buff here for the blue team. Question is, who will it go to? Irelia is actually hanging around, wanting to go for this, it looks like. And no, she's going to go ahead and head back. The Azir is here. Going to be able to steal that, but he gets stunned immediately by Aurelia. Jumps, flashes away. He manages to get the red buff. Very nicely done by him. He was able to get out of it. He had to blow his flash for it. But he didn't let them get that red buff, and he got it himself, so that's going to help him out a decent amount. Although, of course, you know, like I said, used his flash. Gonna have a slightly tougher time. He's gonna have to play a lot safer up top. But overall, probably gonna be worth it because at least this way his team got the XP and the buff. So, see what ends up happening here. He is gonna be able to go ahead and just shove this out. He knows Aurelia just had to head back. He knows that. So he's going to be able to shove it out pretty fast here. Probably not going to. Yeah, he's not even trying to really shove it because he knows there's no way he'd be able to get to the tower before she could get there. So shoving it to the tower, probably not in his best interest. Just wants to make sure that she can't lock it. And she's actually going for him. He jumps to the minion there. She goes to him, gets the slow. And he goes ahead, ults her back. Yeah, nice escape there by him. We've got a gank coming in down here. Double gank, actually. Sona goes down. Alistar goes down as well. Lee Sin's hanging around. And there goes the stun from Pantheon. Lee Sin getting really low. Lands the Q on Ezreal, though. He manages to finish him off. Pantheon not able to finish this off. Orianna coming in, though. That may be a deadly Sin. Is she going to get it? Oh! Flashes for the kill onto the Corki there. But she takes a lot of tower shots. And she goes down. That's an unstoppable Lee Sin. She took entirely too many tower shots there and went down for it. Gonna give Victor the opportunity to go ahead and do some damage to this tower too and make her miss out on a bit of CS. Definitely unfortunate for her. It was a good attempt. She did flash ulti herself to try to make sure she got that. Unfortunately, you know, doing so put her under the tower and she wasn't able to get out of it soon enough, and she was not able to secure the kill on Lee Sin. Had she secured the kill on Lee Sin, it would have 100% been worth it. But now I would say probably not worth it. Yeah, getting that shutdown gold would have been great for her though. That would have been amazing. But not going to end up happening. Again, Aurelia just sitting here zoning this Azir. He's having a pretty rough time now. Yeah, I figured that'd be the case. Aurelia has a really tough early game. But, you know, it's only the really extreme early game. Once you get to level 4 or 5, you usually see her start doing a lot more. So it looks like there's a bit of a trading going on down here in the mid lane as well, which is kind of strange because Orianna just got out here. There we go. She gets hit with a stun. No, out comes the ulti though, and it's actually doing a lot of damage. She did get hit with a stun, and she barely escapes that with her life, but she does escape. Tanked that entire ult to the face. If she goes out, she's probably gonna die. She's got her health pool. She's got her health pot on her. So that's going to help her a lot, but it's still really dangerous. I think she could go down really fast if they decide to go for it. We've got a gank coming in for the Lee Sin, and we just saw that pay off there for them. Amusingly, that guy had no idea. He actually could have come up here. I guess he thought he was predicting. He predicted it. You saw him head towards this way, but he decided to head back instead. So he was not there to save the Azir. And do we get to see the death of Orianna, or is she going to be able to survive this? Doing some decent damage here to the Victor, but he's able to do more to her than she is able to do to him. He flashes, and there we go. There's the kill. That's what I was talking about right there. She was way too low to be sticking around, and she ended up paying the price for it. Pantheon wanted to do some damage to that, but in comes the Lee Sin, and that's a dead Oh, nice flash. Dodges the Q. That is not a dead Pantheon, unless he gets hit by a Q, which I think is on too long of a cooldown for that to happen. He's going to be able to get out of this. And in the meantime, these guys are shoving down bottom. Ezreal, 83 CS to 98 for the Corki. We've got Lee Sin headed down here. Maybe wanting to go for the dragon here, or go for a gank. I'm not sure which. It is warded, but these guys are far enough up. By the time that ward picks him up, which is now, it's going to be too late. Alistar goes ahead and punts the guy into the wall, but Corki's able to turn into that Ezreal, and they just took him down. The ultimate there from Alistar, not enough to keep him alive. He's going to go down. Out comes the Pantheon ulti. Doesn't really hit anybody. Teleport coming in as well. Azir goes in trying to take down the Sona. She gives herself the speed boost. She's going to be able to get out of this. And actually, everybody's going to be able to disengage here. Now these guys had to back off. Azir's ult is up. If they go for this, he can shove them back, and he does indeed. Getting really low. One more shot. Going to finish him off. Not going to be enough. Not going to happen. Orianna on her way down as well now. And there we go. She gets picked up by that ward. Pantheon coming over. Oh, Orianna, you're in a really bad position. Down she goes. Really no escape there for her. She was in the middle of all of them and ended up paying the price for it. Pantheon goes down as well. Gets hit up by the stun there from the slow, sorry, from Aurelia. And finally, the death of Alistar as well. Ezreal going to try to finish off this Lee Sin. Maybe able to get this one more auto attack. No, the stun! The stun, he does not manage to do it. That Lee Sin is just undying this game. in large part because of his allies, well, and because of him. Both together have really worked to keep him alive. And that one right there, that was hardcore Aurelia. She stunned that Ezreal, kept him off of the Lee Sin, and Lee Sin was able to escape that with just a sliver of life. And that actually gave her the tower as well. It gave Victor some time on Orianna's tower. She's not going to be able to bully him. He's already shown he can come out ahead. Out comes her ult, but she's dead. She's dead. Going for that was definitely a questionable decision in my opinion. The Azir's going to be able to get the tower. So that's good. But we've seen a couple times now that the Orianna has not been able to solo that Victor yet. He's just got too much damage for her. And going for that was definitely not in his best interest. Oh man, Lee Sin going for that Azir. Nice flash jump to the soldier. Isn't going to be enough. I kind of doubt it. If that Q lands, which it probably will, it didn't. It didn't land. In comes Aurelia though. Still manages to take down the Azir. And Lee Sin's actually really low here. But Victor's here to zone off that Alistar. And the question is, will they escape this? Lee Sin's thinking about going in. Gets vision of the Orianna. Oh, decides to go for it anyway. And Sona secures the kill with his ult. Flash comes out there from the Orianna. Doesn't really do much at all. And Alistar has his ult pop. He's going to try to survive this. Shunts the Aurelia out of tower range. And, yeah, didn't really do too much except for die. Rough game here for the red team. It's definitely not looking good for them at all. Corki down here farming, forced the Ezreal off of the tower in a one-on-one. And he's going to be able to get some damage in on this tower as well. Sona's here to help. She's going to be able to get him healed and get him that buff. In comes the Pantheon. Out comes the jump from Corki. Pantheon does a lot of damage there to Sona, but she's got a speed buff. She gets out of it. Pantheon trying to finish off the Corki, blocks the auto attack, not going to be enough. And these guys are going to be able to get out of this as well. Azir was not able to get here soon enough to go ahead and help. And that's another kill here for the red team that honestly didn't need to be. There's been a lot of those this game. Down goes this turret. No surprise there at all. And we see Aurelia and looks like Lee Sin positioning to go ahead and take down this tower as well. There we go. She is going for it. Down goes that shield, which is a really cool effect, by the way. I like the way that looks. And she is just hammering it into submission. The red team's trying to answer with a tower down bottom. But, I mean, honestly, that's not worth it. Lee Sin now going for Azir. Azir says, ulti you, get out of here. He's going to be able to escape this. But every ult he's used really has been defensive. 100% defensive, saving his life defensive. Not even just, hey, just zoning to help get a kill defensive. It's, no, just straight up saving his life defensive. And they may not even be able to get this tower. Look at Corki just taunting that Alistar. Ezreal not able to go for that. Sona's just soloing him here. He's forced to get out. Oh, she manages to finish him off. Not a good sign when the support is soloing you. Not a good sign at all. I think he took some tower shots in there, but still. Wow. Okay, so that was kind of amusing. Aurelia going for the Azir again, and yeah, he goes down. Killing spree for Aurelia. Pantheon comes in, lands the stun. Aurelia getting low. There we go. There's the shutdown for Pantheon. That's exactly what they needed to get back in this game. Not gonna happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, red team's turret. Azir turret. Great. First dragon of the game coming out here, though. Gonna be going to the blue team, unsurprisingly. And it looks like Sona Corki gonna be able to solo this. And, yeah. She dies again. Lee Sin comes around behind. This ward should pick him up. It probably did pick him up, but didn't really help. Out comes the slow, and Fabiven just says, yeah, I'm dead. Not even gonna try to run away, I'm dead. Dragon in the game, there we go. Oh, it resets. There we go. Finally goes down. That's gonna help these guys a lot. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, they're already to the stage now that it's not really gonna help them that much. Out comes the kick there from Lee Sin. They were able to turret dive this guy. This tower's going down as well. Getting really low. A couple more auto attacks. There we go. Down it goes. actually flashing there, coming out there from the Victor to go for that Ezreal. Doesn't quite get the kill. Alistar's hanging around in the back. Not really going to help, though. I mean, if they decide to engage this, it's not going to work out for them. A nice Ori ult, though. Gets them all into the tower. Out comes the stun. There we go. Victor gets shut down. But Alistar goes down. Aurelia going there for the Orianna. Orianna goes down to the Lee Sin. And they got 1 kill on the Victor, which was a shutdown in the defense. For 2 deaths. Probably not worth it. And yeah, not going too well there for the Ezreal. Oh, just kidding. He did manage to go and shut him down. He's going to die to the Corki. But he shut down that Lee Sin, which is amazing news for him. That's a lot of gold he just got there. But unfortunately, in the meantime, of course, the rest of the blue team was just shoving down the tower. They got that. They're going for the inhibitor now. Pantheon coming in. Probably doesn't want to go for this. His team doesn't really seem to want to fight this at the moment. 3 versus 3. Probably couldn't win when it's this 3 versus this 3, honestly. Probably not. Alistar looking like he wants to go for this. He actually does go for the combo there. And Azir really wasn't ready to follow through. Not really. So, not much damage came out there from them. Alistar getting chunked pretty low. He's got to watch out. He's going to have to head back. But I guess he's not going to do so. Yeah. Down goes the Pantheon. Down goes the Alistar. Tried to go back there in that bush. They were like, no. You're not going to go back. And they end up getting a double kill there again. So, really, this game has just been a raffle stomp of the blue team saying, hi, yeah, you die. And the red team's kind of giving up on this now. They are just doing flashy ways to kill people. Ezreal knew he was dead. And he's like, yeah, just kill me. Just kill me. Blue team going for the inhib here. Are they going to push to win, or are they going to get shoved back again by the red team? Alistar headed around again. Feel like he's just kind of playing to have fun now. Not even trying to do anything. Orianna gets killed as well. Alistar still hanging around the outside edges. Ezreal's back up. Orianna back up in 25 seconds. That's probably not going to happen. They're going for this tower. It is down to half health already. And that Victor ulti, not going to be able to finish him off. But it's getting him really low. Tower is on Aurelia at the moment. She's going to be fine though. And they're just keeping these guys inside of their fountain at the moment while going for the tower. This is painful. This is very painful. Out comes the Pantheon ulti. They're wanting to go for this. There we go. Down goes that Victor. They're going for Corki now. Nope, no Corki kill for you. He's able to get out of this. The Orianna forced to dance there by the Sona. She goes down too. This tower's down. 1 tower remains here for these guys. A failed attempt there by the Azir to go ahead and shove Lee Sin back. Lee Sin still goes down, but the ult didn't really help that at all. And these guys are forced to back off. Just kidding. Aurelia going in, gets stunned up there, but she's still able to finish off the Ezreal before dying herself to the Azir. Yeah, he was able to go ahead and get out of that as well. Mr. Cow there. Alistar was able to escape. These guys are still just hanging around the base. They're like, yeah, you really can't do much to us. There's 4 members of the red team hanging around. Or 4 members to back up. But the blue team just really doesn't care. They're like, we're going to be fine. Azir goes ahead and puts one of these turrets up, so they're back up to 2 turrets here. Nice attempt there, but the flash from Sona saved her life. Speed boost. Is she going to be able to escape this? No, she goes down to that Azir soldier. Corki, on the other hand, does escape this. So, nicely done there by him. Just a Valkyrie. Was able to get out of it with a Valkyrie. Sona, on the other hand, not quite. Did get the flash, though, out of Azir. So I would definitely say that was pretty nice. Pretty nicely worth it. And Victor's just going for the blue buff down here. Might as well. He knows the enemy team's not going to be able to do much about it. Orianna forced to back off because who knows where Lee Sin is. Me do. Yeah. Barely dodges the Q there. Picks him up on the ward, so she knew it was coming.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Down goes that Azir. Combo did not quite land there. Out comes the Q. Down goes the Orianna to the Aurelia and the Lee Sin. Kick comes out. There we go. They should be able to push to win this pretty soon. If they just group and push, they've got this game. I Okay, in goes the Aurelia, flashes for the kill actually, gets shunted back by the Azir ulti, and she ends up going down. Lee Sin does manage to finish off the Azir, as well as Alistar, but they do lose Aurelia in the process. Still not going to be enough to turn this game around, I feel, but it did help them a little bit. They might actually be able to win this right here if they really want to. Looks like for now they're just going for the inhib turret over here, trying to make sure that they're in a really good position. Lee Sin goes in, does a lot of damage there really quickly to that Ezreal. Is this an AP Sona? She's got a Rabadon's death cap. I was wondering how she did that much damage. And the answer is AP Sona. Good answer. Down goes that inhib. Teleports coming in from actually the whole team's amusingly enough. And yeah, that turret goes down. This is going to be the end. Blue team finally going for the win here. Maybe wanting to get a couple kills before they die, or before they win. Oh, Pantheon goes in. Not going to be able to... Oh, they do manage to finish off the Victor. Pantheon goes down for it, but they finish off the Victor. So, hey, that's worth it. They already know they're not waiting. Might as well go for a kill. Aurelia finishes off the Azir. They're now going for the Ezreal. He's going to be able to get out of this thanks to the death of their Nexus. So that's going to be the end of this game. Pretty painful game here for the red team, but, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.